Imagine climbing 65 feet up a smooth tree trunk in the heart of the Vietnamese jungle, barefoot with no safety ropes. Your target? A wild, massive colony of giant Asian honeybees, highly aggressive and protecting pounds of pure, golden forest honey. Today, my buddy and I are taking you on a high-stakes, sustainable harvest where one wrong step changes everything. Are you ready? Let's go. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, my buddy Long and I are taking you deep into the primary monsoon forests of northern Vietnam. If you've never been to a Southeast Asian jungle, the first thing that hits you is the sheer density of the vegetation and the humidity. It's early afternoon and the air is thick, but we have a very specific mission today. We are hunting for the nests of Apis dorsata, commonly known as the giant Asian honeybee. These aren't your typical backyard honeybees. They are wild, aggressive, and build massive single-comb nests high up in the forest canopy. Right here, we've spotted a majestic tree. Locals call it the resin tree. Looking up through the dense leaves, about 65 feet, 20 meters, above the ground, before we make our climb, we have to prepare our only line of defense: smoke. In the US, beekeepers use metal smokers with bellows, but out here in the wild, we rely on traditional methods. Long is gathering fresh green leaves and wrapping them tightly around dry, slow-burning branches. The secret to a good jungle smoke bundle is using a mix of dry wood to keep the embers burning and fresh green leaves to produce thick, cool smoke. We don't want an open flame because that would injure the bees or worse, risk starting a forest fire. The cool smoke simply disrupts the bees' pheromone communication, making them believe there's a forest fire nearby, which prompts them to gorge on honey and calms them down. Long is wearing his standard camo gear. No high-tech professional bee suits today, just experience, a simple hat, and a lot of focus. Now comes the most intense part of the journey, the climb. Long is going up barehanded and barefoot. To most people, this looks incredibly risky, and honestly, it is. The bark of this tree is relatively smooth, but any slip from this height would be disastrous. Climbing barefoot gives Long a better grip on the natural texture of the bark, allowing him to feel every notch and groove. As he ascends, he carries the smoke bundle secured to his back. I'm climbing a neighboring tree to get a clear angle of the nest and to help guide him if needed. With every foot he climbs, the air gets a little breezier, but the hum of the bees starts to echo through the canopy. You can feel the tension in the air. Long has made it to the main branch. He carefully positions himself, unties the smoke bundle, and lights it. Almost instantly, a thick screen of white smoke rises toward the nest. Look at the sheer scale of this colony. The giant honeybees are starting to react. Millions of years of evolution have taught them to flee from smoke, and they begin to lift off the comb in waves. The sound is like a low-pitched jet engine right next to your ear. It's deafening. Despite the smoke, a few guard bees are buzzing aggressively around Long's face. Keeping your composure in a situation like this is vital. If you panic and swat at them, you're guaranteed to get stung. You just have to trust the smoke and move with deliberate, calm motions. As the smoke clears the bees off the upper section of the comb, we get our first clear look at the honey dome. It is absolutely stunning. Glistening, capped white wax indicating that the honey is fully ripe and concentrated. Now, this is where our philosophy of sustainable hunting comes into play. We never take the entire nest. Long uses a sharp, clean knife to carefully slice only the top portion, the honey reservoir. We leave the lower portion, which contains the brood, the eggs, and developing larvae, completely untouched. By leaving the brood comb intact, the colony won't perish. Within a few weeks, the bees will rebuild the honey dome, allowing the ecosystem to remain balanced. It's a practice passed down through generations of jungle hunters here. He carefully cuts the massive honey dome away from the branch. This single piece of honeycomb is incredibly heavy. We estimate it's about 26 to 28 pounds, 12 to 13 kilograms. Holding onto a slippery, heavy chunk of wax and honey while balancing on a branch 60 feet in the air is an extreme test of core strength. He places the comb into a clean, heavy-duty plastic bag. We have to be extremely gentle here. If the comb punctures or squishes too much, the precious honey will leak all over the inside of the backpack. Once the bag is tied tight, Long carefully slides it into his canvas rucksack. While Long is securing the pack, take a look at the view behind him. The canopy opens up to reveal the rolling green hills of northern Vietnam. It's breathtaking, and it makes all the sweat, mosquito bites, and stings completely worth it. With the harvest complete, the bees are already starting to return to the remaining brood comb. They will realize their queen is safe, and they'll get straight back to work. Long carefully begins his descent. Going down is often harder than going up because your muscles are tired and you can't see your footholds as easily. But Long is a seasoned pro, taking his time and making sure every step is secure. We are safely back on the forest floor, and we've made our way back to our temporary stash spot next to our motorcycle. Let's lay out today's haul. In total, we've harvested 4 large bags of wild honey today, weighing nearly 66 pounds, 30 kilograms. In total, we also have a gorgeous section of fresh bee pollen, which has a beautiful, complex floral taste. Locals love to eat this fresh or preserve it. We're packing everything into our foam cooler box on the back of the bike to protect it from the heat on our ride home. This marks the end of our current multi-day expedition. We are eager to get back to his family since we've been out in the wild for several days. If you enjoyed joining us on this wild jungle adventure, please hit that like button, subscribe, and let us know in the comments what you think of this traditional harvesting style. Until next time, stay adventurous